Good day, everyone. Today we're going to be presenting for you some important notes about the circulatory system and hope you enjoy it.
Structure of the heart, the organs and the functions. The structure of the heart consists of four chambers: the right and left atrium, left and right ventricle, and it is separated into two sides. The right hand side, which pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs, and the left hand side, which pumps the blood the oxygenated blood all around the body. The valve, the function of the valve is to prevent the backflow of the blood.
Good morning. Today I'm going to be talking to you about three types of blood vessels. There are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries transport blood from the heart to the body, and veins the opposite. They transport blood from the body to the heart. Capillaries are the link between them. There are three types of arteries: muscular, elastic, and arteries. The muscular transport blood around the body as they need to relax and contract in order to be able to pass the blood among the body. And however, there are also elastic arteries which take blood immediately from the heart or from the aorta, and there are arteries. These are the link between the arteries and the capillaries. The largest artery is called the aorta. The aorta is located in the heart. The aorta takes in the oxygenated blood and gives it to the body. However, it first comes from the lungs and passes through the pulmonary vein, then goes into the artery, the aorta. Veins. Veins are much likely like arteries, except they only have one type, which is the muscular one, and they only have three layers, also like the arteries. However, they have valves in order for the blood not to go back, and arteries do not have that. The largest vein is called the vena cava. The vena cava takes in the deoxygenated blood and transported it throughout the heart until it reaches the pulmonary artery, where it goes back to the lung to get oxygenated. There are two types of vena cava: inferior and superior. Capillaries are one of the most important things. They are usually found in the lungs between the alveoli, as there's so much of them.
Types of circulations and how are they performed. The system that moves blood throughout the body. The circulatory system is composed of the heart, arteries, capillaries and veins. This system transports oxygenated blood from the lungs and heart throughout the body. There are two types of circulation: pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation moves blood between the heart and the lungs. It transports deoxygenated blood to the lungs to absorb oxygen and release carbon dioxide. The oxygenated blood then flows back to the heart. Systemic circulation carries oxygenated blood from the left ventricle through the arteries to the capillaries in the tissue of the body.
Now we're going to be moving to heart diseases. There are many types of heart diseases and they are all very different from each other. The first heart disease, which is the most common heart disease between people, is the coronary artery disease. What happens in that disease is that the arteries that actually supply blood to the heart are now clogged with plaque. Plaque has substance in it that actually negatively affect the artery. Now the artery is hardened and it's narrow. Then after that, as a result, the blood supply is reduced as it takes a less amount of oxygen and fewer amount of nutrients. That can be a serious problem, and some symptoms for it is shortness in breath and chest pain. Then we have the congenital heart defects, which is the diseases that come with the person whenever he was born. It's something related to the genetics. So there are three types. The first type is the abnormal heart valve, and what happens is that the valves don't close properly, which may cause a blood leak. And then we have the septal defects, which is there are holes in the chambers. It can be the chambers of the upper chambers of the heart or the lower chambers of the heart. Then we have the artesia or artesia, which is simply that one of the heart valves is missing. These problems are actually common between the children a lot, and they actually can cause serious heart problems. Blood. When talking about the blood is a red fluid which passes through the blood vessels. It maintains your body temperature constant. Blood contains 4 different things: red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets, and plasma. So the red blood cells, they are special cells because they have no nucleus, they have biconcave shape, and they contain hemoglobin. The hemoglobin it's used to carry oxygen, and the biconcave shape, which has large surface area to carry more oxygen. So let's talk about the white blood cells. White blood cells defend your body against microbes and other microorganisms. And also they keep your body healthy and protect you against illness or diseases. So the blood platelets are small colorless cell fragments, which helps in the coagulation of the blood. It really helps in the blood clotting, and as when you get wounded, you bleed, so it prevents the bleeding and heal your wounds. Plasma really helps because plasma is the liquid component in the blood where all the blood components are suspended in. The plasma, it really transports the dissolved solutions to the body organs like amino acids, fatty acid, glycerol, glucose, other fat, and other dissolved acids.